Good morning to friends. And this morning we have this opportunity to do live streaming in our front yard garden because I'm a bit surprised that our neighbors today and since the other day they're not turning on their music at the earliest hour of the morning. So right now we're like around 8 p.m. in the morning, 8 o'clock in the morning, or like past 30 or past 20, 8 past 20. So, and probably like an hour after these neighbors have to uh, start turning on their music. So before doing that, we're trying to avoid copyright claim and strike from YouTube. So, and it's been a while that I was not able to upload any videos or going live because it's really difficult in our location to do that. And I still don't have the appetite to edit any videos that I have already banked in my memory, bank in here. But this time we have this opportunity to go live. And I'd like to show you. It's really difficult because my camera cannot be turned. I can only use the front camera, but the back camera of this phone is not functionable. So I have to struggle all different angles. Now here, I have to show you our strawberry plant. You can see the flower there. Yeah, it's a flower. I just transplanted this one last week, and now I started to see this flower because this is not a runner, but actually this is part of the main plant that I tried to separate each part of that main plant, and then from the remaining two strawberries that I have, I will try to upload that one, and I'll try to find it first, the clip where I only have two strawberry plants in which each plant has different parts, and I tried to separate that one, and then I was able to reproduce replicate from two main plants to eight, and then one died, and I got seven that survived. And each strawberry plant that I separated from the main plant, now they became seven, and each of those plants were able to produce runners, and now we have these strawberry plants here. Most of these actually here, these are all runners. These are all runners here. And actually it's really tricky to take care strawberry plants. They're not really that easy. And I've got a tip from our friends from Philippines that it's better if you have to use coconut coir or coconut husk with risol and a little bit of cow's manure and garden soil. Others suggested, like Indian farmers, um, sand. You have to mix with sand, but I don't know how to use the perfect combination because the outcome, the soil is hardened and strawberry doesn't like that. So I prefer to use coconut coir or coconut husk that is being chopped into small pieces. You have to mix that one with garden soil and decompose cow's manure, and you will see the result here. And this one, it's been like 2 week old that I transferred here from the small um, plastic bag, and now this strawberry plant started to reproduce runners. So I have to think about that, because if you let a lot of runners to grow in your main plant of your strawberry plant, then the main plant will suffer a lot from energy loss, because the energy of the main plant will go to the runners, and it will cause less production to your strawberry plants. The more runners are growing in your strawberry plants, the lesser the production you will get. And in the worst case, your strawberry plant will not survive and die. So you better minimize the growth of your runners, or you have to put them in a small plastic bag as early as possible, so that it will reproduce lots of roots, and it will not be dependent to the mother plant. So I will show you what I did in my strawberry plants in the other location. Actually, today I'll be going live to mixing the soil for our strawberry plants, since we don't have music yet from our neighbors, and probably not long from now there will be music that will be turning on, and it will be a lot of it will contribute a lot of disturbances here. And before going there, I can show you our scented orchids here. It's really having a good smell. My wife is very choosy when it comes to certain smell of flowers, but she really like this. And this one, YouTube friends, these two orchids, like it's been like almost 10 years old. I was still in my fresh year, in my first year. Actually, I was in my like around 3 or 4 months in my employment in the university before, back in 2012, and I was able to buy this one. This was I bought this flowers before I got Digger, our family dog, and Digger just died last November 7. And still, the whole family, especially me, are struggling about the loss. But I'm just trying to stay afloat. There's so much going on in our family when it comes to financial side, emotional and psychological side. I think much more in spiritual side. I'm just trying to figure out things that I'll be able to stay grounded despite of the situation that we're facing right now. But as you can see, the flowers, despite of the situation, but that flowers are able to bloom and produce a lot of flowers. The orchids, by the way. And here, I will show you our strawberry plants. But I'm struggling with the attack of the I'm struggling with the attack of a particular worm. It's been eating down the leaves, not just the leaves, but the crown itself of the strawberry plants. See that one? That runner produce already roots, and you have to do that one like this. You have to put the one in a small plastic bag so that it will produce more roots, and you can cut the this runner here in between. You can cut that one as early as possible from the mother plant, and once you separated that one, it can grow independently, not as dependent to the mother plant, so the energy from the mother plant will not be wasted or will not be used by the runners, and you will avoid this one, will avoid the problem. This runner has already roots, so today or tomorrow I'll be putting some kind of this plastic bag with soil so that the roots will rapidly grow, and the energy from the mother plant will not be used too much. We have a lot of runners. This one was already eaten by this disturbing worms. Actually, these worms will turn into butterfly in a few weeks after they devour the runners here. Not just the runners, but the crown itself of the main plant. See the crown here? Yeah, a lot of bites from the worms. And when the crown are being eaten or damaged by the worms, then your strawberry plants will not produce any flowers anymore. So that's the tricky there. And that's the trickiest part, and how to avoid these worms. So you better build a greenhouse. And building a greenhouse is too expensive. You need bigger budget. And we don't have that one. That is out of our grasp. We cannot build a greenhouse this time because it needs a lot of money. So this crown here, this one is about to produce flower. I think in a few weeks or a few days from now, hopefully there will be no worms that will attack that one and destroy the crown. Once the crown is destroyed, then your strawberry is over. I'm a bit surprised. We have a lot of growing runners now, and this is not good news for the mother plant. So as much as possible, we have to put that one in the small plastic bag with soil so that it will grow independently, and we can really remove that one from the mother plant. And I'll be applying fertilizer maybe this afternoon, fertilizer that will enhance the growth of the mother plants and at the same time prepare them for flowering and fruiting in a few weeks or months from now. And here I have to show you the runners that I already separated. I think a few don't survive, did not survive. A few of the runners did not survive, but I think most of the runners are surviving. I think we have two that don't survive, but the rest are showing life right now. So I think next week I have to transfer them to those black polyethylene plastic pot bag that I showed you lately. So from here, I'll transfer them there for the permanent location, and it will take like another 5 or 6 years to enjoy strawberry fruits from your strawberry plants. You'll just have to look after and take care of them. Then it will last like 5 to 6 years before it eventually die. But you will not be running out of strawberry plants because the runners will continue to grow from the side of your strawberry plants, and it's up to you if you have to reproduce a lot of runners, and then you'll have your strawberry keep growing and reproducing in your front yard. So that's the thing there. that you will not be losing strawberries from your backyard. Of course, it needs a lot of work. It requires a lot of effort. And from here, I think this is our black polyethylene plastic pot bag. And I bought like around 60 baht, around 90 pesos for 1 kilo of this polyethylene plastic pot bag. And here is my mixing. I mentioned to you earlier, we have rice oil and we have a coconut coir or coconut husk that was chopped into pieces. This one, and garden soil, and a little bit of chicken's manure and cow's manure. This one is still fresh. How many pots of this? Like one, two, three, seven. Seven of these are still fresh, and it's not really good for the strawberry plants yet. But this one, as you can see, these 8 pots here, there are weeds and pigweed plants are growing on top of that. That means this one is ready for our strawberry plants to be planted in here. This one is still fresh and it's kind of hot, so extreme heat from the cow's manure and chicken's manure combined with the rice oil is bad for your plants. So you have to wait like 2 to 3 weeks. You have to idle these pots right here. Once the weeds, the grass are growing on top of that, then you're ready to plant your vegetables. So it's not really that easy. It takes a lot of time and effort and work to do gardening, especially strawberries. Like me, I'm still a beginner, but I'm just happy that though I'm beginner, but I successfully grow strawberry plants from seed. You can visit my previous videos that I uploaded, and I think that was like the beginning of my journey in vlogging here in my YouTube channel. And I think tomorrow or next other day, we can start planting strawberry runners here into these 8 available polyethylene plastic pot bag. And we still have, oh, I planted already the other 4 that are vacant. So we only have 8 available that are ready to be planted with our strawberry runners right there that I showed you lately. So, um, well, this morning we'll continue to do bagging, soil mixing, and bagging for our strawberry plants because I need more polyethylene plastic bag to be well prepared and ready once the runners from our strawberries are ready to be planted. So I have to prepare the one in advance, and I need like another 40 of these polyethylene plastic bag. We only got 15 at this time, and I need another 40 of these. I need another 40 of this, and because I still have like around 60 runners that are ready to be replanted here for the permanent location. So from 2 strawberry plants, now we have around 60 or 80, but the strawberry plants that I already planted here, it's like 10, 13, and 20. So I just replanted 20 strawberry plants plus 11 there, I guess. One, two, three, four, five. Yes, 11. So we have around 31 strawberry plants that are already in the permanent location. But still, we have a lot of runners to plant on. And see that one? It's a small strawberry runner. I didn't have any faith that this one will grow, but actually this one survived because this was cut by the worm and there was no root. But I just put this into this plastic bag and now it shows some life. Uh, so pardon me for the video. My phone has this broken screen and it's very lag and oh, you name it, a lot of different problems and name it. We have this chayuri. This is very rare here in Thailand and I was able to grow two plants. Hopefully I can reproduce the one as I'm going to transfer that at the back of the fence because it's colder outside. There's sunshine in the early hours of morning and it's colder there. Once the sun is turning hot during noonday, then it will be covered by the banana plants. So I'm pretty sure these two chayuri plants here will survive and will produce a lot of fruits for us to consume and we can also share with our friends. So it's really difficult to grow that kind of vegetable in this place. And I was even told by the vendor when we buy this chayuri there, she said, "Oh, it's really difficult to grow this vegetable." And I just nodded and responded silently to my mind. Let's see. You might be right and you might be wrong. We don't know. I'm just trying my best. So let's go here and continue the soil mixing and uh, how to say that, bagging our for our strawberry plants. The thing that is really difficult here is that my phone, but I'll try. So that's it. Mm. I realize with your friends that I have to invest for better equipment. Hopefully, I can start saving small amount of money this year for better cameras, tripod, especially the editing software that I have to use. Uh, anyway, I don't have any skill in editing, but I'll try. And I don't know if it's visible there. Let me. That's it. And you know what, YouTube friends? Once I can hear our neighbors that are turning their music on, then immediately I will stop this live streaming because it's really difficult to find the settings here, how to change the music, the background music in your live streaming, as the screen of our phone is not really that visible because the screen is broken, and yeah, picture scattering. It's really difficult to find the setting. So uh, this time we don't have music on from our neighbors, so we will continue our soil mixing and bagging for strawberry plants. And you know what, YouTube friends? This big of rhizole costs 20 baht, 20 baht or 30 peso. But in my place in Philippines, particularly in Likop, you can get as much as few sacks, not a plastic bag, but like a 50 kilo size of a sack. You can fill that one to the brim, and you can get as many sacks of rice hull from the rice farmers, and you will not spend any dime to it. But here in Thailand, there is always a cost to anything you are going to buy in the shop, in the market. Just imagine 30 peso, 20 baht for this big. That is too much expensive. But you can do anything because we need this as ingredient to one of the ingredient to our strawberry plants. So you don't have any choice or option but to buy. And I even bought all the available rice. So they're like around 12 bags, 10 bags, and I bought everything because it's really difficult to find in here. The rice farm here, the rice field here in our place is too far and very rare. And of course, no one is going to give you for free. You have to buy. There's no free here in Thailand. You have to buy everything. But I'm just wondering why the farmers here are not poor. The farmers here are not poor. Actually, the farmers here are rich people. Though not all of them are quite rich. But the least are those having two cars, motorbikes, and just like less a hectare of land. They can produce a lot and they really make a lot of money. But my family, we have around 7 to 8 hectares in my country, Philippines, but we didn't make any dime. When I left Philippines like 11 years ago, the price of the corn per kilo is just around 5 to 6 peso. Now it's around 30 to 35. Just imagine that. My father died of depression and like cancer of the nerve and blood, but did not experience that kind of pricey corn from his farm. Now that we're not there anymore, the price of the crops from the farm are surging high. I'm thinking of going back there, but it's not possible at the moment. We need a lot of money to go back because we have to start all over. We have lands, but we need money to invest, like to start all over a house, of course, at least a cheap car that we can use for transportation, and another investment of whatever you want to do in your farm. So it will take more years to save money. And this time, I'm already discouraged with vlogging, but I'm just doing this for documentation. And we have videos to look back that in a few years from now, we don't know what is going to happen, but we still have some encouragement to look back, motivation kind of thing that I have done this kind of work in front of our house that we are renting a few years back, something like. But considering the vlogging can make you money, I don't think so. I've been uploading videos for more than 2 years now, and there's nothing I got but disappointment. But anyway, yeah, this morning, part of this live streaming, I showed you my strawberry plants. At the same time, the way I mix the soil and rice soil and a little bit of cow's manure and chicken's manure plus the garden soil, which is a good combination for your strawberry plants. And it will take another 2 weeks to wait so that the heat inside of this uh, combined ingredients will subside and will be like more friendly for your vegetables to start to grow. I'm not using my hands this time because I'm still anxious of when our neighbors will start to turn the music on, and I will immediately stop this live streaming. And to that, and because of that, I have to use this little shovel here to mix. I don't know if the rice soil we have can afford to accommodate to 20 or 40 pots, plastic pots, a polyethylene plastic bag pot, because I need more risol as well for chicken coop. I'm still building our chicken coop at the back side of the house. Hopefully I can finish that one this week. A lot of trips that we spent outside of town in the past few days, and so I was not able to finish my work at the back of the house. Those are important trips, but this time I'm now free, so I'll start doing what I can do here and I still don't have any plan to plant more vegetables. My wife suggested to me that at least I can plant like 2 or 3 broccolis at the same time, and then followed by another 3 or 4 broccolis by the next 2 weeks or next month, and then the same with the other vegetables: tomatoes, onions, garlic, beans, and any other vegetables, eggplants. And I think my wife is right, because if I plant more at one time, we cannot consume it all, and most of the produce are just wasted. We only have a few friends in here that we can share with. Some of our friends are living too far from our residence, so they cannot easily come to get their share from our organic vegetable garden here. So my wife suggested that we have to plant a few vegetables at a time of different type for our personal consumption, and probably we can share a few or some to our friends in here who can stop by. But the overall summary, we will not be wasting food, we will not be wasting the produce of our vegetable garden, but rather we'll be able to consume it all. And then the next batch of vegetables will be planted once the first batch are about to end their season. So that way of planting and growing vegetables, I think that would be the best thing that I can do. But first, let me finish planting all the strawberries here, because I know a lot of people love strawberries, especially organic grown strawberries. And then we will have more strawberry fruits to harvest here before the end of this year 2022. So I have to plant more, because when you plant more strawberries, you don't have much problem in terms of the consumption of the fruit, because it's manageable. Because one strawberry plant can at least produce like 5 or 10 fruits, and it's not at one time. It is a simultaneous method of producing fruits, like 1 or 2 at a time. The next 2 days or after a week, you have another 2 or 3 ripe fruits. And then you have, of course, you can sell if you have a lot of strawberry fruits to harvest. While some of our vegetables like eggplants and tomatoes, we're not selling that one, but rather we just share with our friends. So as you can see, I'm using this rake. But yes, the other day, Friday afternoon, I did not use this, but rather my bare hands. But I think this one is better. We can easily mix, and maybe we can finish early. This pile of soil and chicken's manure and cow's manure here, and with the garden soil. Hopefully it's still visible there, YouTube friends. bear with me if you are watching this live streaming because we have the worst equipment. Phone is broken and it's not really functioning well, but don't have any option to use, so I have to struggle and endure this one this time. You don't know, you can be able to change to better equipment in the coming months. I think I need to find more Rysol to buy because I know a Rysol here is not enough. I have another 7 bags left in there, and I think the other 4 I need that one for the chicken coop. So we need more. I saw vendors here. They're selling around 150 baht for one strawberry plant the size of this polyethylene plastic bag with a strawberry plant that is about to produce flower. Not producing flower yet, but about to produce flowers. I think a little bit bigger than my strawberry there. So if friends are interested to have their own strawberries, you can come here. We can discuss